watching a B.A.S.S. presentation.
Oh, you know we love New York. We've been seeing why all morning long and into the afternoon here. The state of New York, tucked between the Green Mountains of Vermont and the beautiful Adirondacks of New York, is fantastic Lake Champlain, all 500 square miles of it. All these different places to go and fish, room to spread out and get the job done, and that's exactly what 101 anglers of the Bassmaster Elite Series are getting done at this tackle warehouse, Bassmaster Elite. Plattsburgh, New York. We have seen a lot today. I hope you're just picking up with us. We can't wait to show you some of the highlights from what we've seen today. But Ronnie, what do you think is the trend that we're seeing right now?
That our weight predictions earlier in the day, Tommy, are null and void because they are catching them as good as they did last year. Our 15 to 20, 20-pound bags should be expected, and Lake Champlain, whether it's largemouth or smallmouth, man, it showed up big, and it always shows up big for us.
That's Ronnie Moore. I'm Tommy Sanders. Also in the Bassmaster Studio, sponsored by Marathon. The Such, Mike Sukon, the numbers bear out. Back up what Ronnie says there.
Yeah, I want to change my number to the over of how many 20-pound bags we have today. How about this? We have a little table turning of the AOI. Jacob Fouts is in the lead. Chris Johnson's fish came in. He's in second. Justin Hamilton, John Garrett, McKinney, and Jay Shakurit, and they're all within 20 points of each other.
Oh my God, the plot thickens.
Yeah.
The plot definitely
The plot thickens.
Normally,
okay.
we only have one guy, two guys maybe on camera on the final event of the season, day one for the AOI race.
Oh. We
could have 4 to 6 cameras just about the AOI race next week.
Easily. Well, why don't we take a look at what we have seen so far today? Especially if you're just joining up with us, you might take a look at our Bassmaster Midday Report. Let's start with Justin Hamner, our reigning world champion, classic champ from Grand Lake.
Honestly, Tommy, the Midday Report for Justin Hamner is his midday portion of it because he did absolutely zero work at the beginning of his day. Really slow, went shallow, looking for some topwater fish, for some smallmouth, but it did not work out for him like he thought. He had to adjust. It really took a long time to switch gears for him effectively. He started to put a couple fish in there, has one really good smallmouth that has kind of helped him. I think it's this one right here, one of those ones that you'd like to weigh in, but otherwise, 15-10. He's sitting about where Kyle Welcher was last year on day one, behind the 8-ball. A huge day two for Welcher. Got him back in the driver's seat for AOI, though.
Hamner doing exactly what he said he would be doing. He'd be out there chasing those pelagic fish out there in the inland sea, and he says this is his favorite fishery, so things could turn around for him very quickly. Justin Atkins, we were with him early today, caught a few fish, and has kind of kept his nose to the grindstone today, working hard, grinding it out.
At least east to west, Tommy, he's kept every inch of Champlain honest because he has been at the far east side of Vermont,
right.
And now he is on the far west side of New York within the Champlain playing field. But as a guy who got second last year, we were really wondering if it wasn't for Fujita, Kiyoya Fujita, catching a key fish in the afternoon last year, he may have been the winner. He had cut that lead from 3+ pounds only down to 1.5 pounds after the day 4 weigh-in last year, and so we'll see if Justin can get some revenge, but after a quick start, kind of tapered off for him.
Tapered a little bit, and Fujita not doing that great today either, right?
Yeah, and for Atkins, it's a little bit of a disappointment because he really did have a good practice. He really was confident in at least what he had found.
I know that.
We all know this is a place of adjustments, and Mike Iaconelli knew, I'm going to have to adjust my way of thinking. I've fished this lake since 1990, Tommy. I don't even know if he had 2D back then to fish it, but he was fishing, learned this lake, and is having to adjust with forward-facing sonar and figure out how to catch these smallmouth. But then we saw him change gears midday and start catching largemouth, and now he may be one of the ones who has all largemouth when it comes to weigh-in time.
We'll see how it works out. Won his first tournament here. That was back in 1999, before there was a Bassmaster Elite Series, the Vermont Top 150 Bassmaster event there. So a lot of great memories here, a lot to draw on for Mike Iaconelli. And he seems to be totally involved in this one today. I mean, he is on top of it.
99 must have been a great year for him and our colleague Davey Hyde because I believe he won the nation, the Federation Nation in 99 as well, wins the Vermont Invitational. Big year for Iaconelli in 99, and you fast forward 25+ years later, and he is still trucking in our top 25 this week, 18+ pounds, but I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of anglers between that 18 to 19 pound mark.
Started out the day catching smallmouth, but dangled the possibility of going largemouth fishing later. It didn't take him long to make the switch over, and he has made it happen.
Needs it after a tough season. He'd love to have a good event here and a great event next week, win and make it to the Classic. It'd be good to see him back in there. And Brian Schmidt, a guy who we expect to be in the Classic, almost won the 2023 Classic, trying to chase down Jeff Gustafson. And for Brian Schmidt, this is one of his bread and butter fisheries. Mississippi River, Potomac River, and Lake Champlain. Those are places you should fear Brian Schmidt. And he is one who has stuck with the largemouth game predominantly today, Tommy, and hanging in that 18-pound range as well.
Yeah, needing to hold serve here at the very least, starting at 56th place, I believe, and Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points, and you've got to be thinking about making the Classic or not.
Yeah, when you're about within 15 spots of making the Classic either way, whether you're 15 in or 15 out in these last two events, you need to at least, if you stack one good day, Tommy, you almost did your job. Stack two good to make it to the weekend, and you can get one step closer to making the Classic.
He may be our numbers guy among our camera-covered anglers today. He said himself, we have caught some meat today. We have caught some fish.
And we've seen him do it with higher grass on the bottom, and we've seen him do it with short grass. We've seen him do it near some rock areas as well, marinas, a lot of different places that Schmidt has tested that he didn't fish in practice because he knows this place so well. He's been saving them.
Everyone expecting this guy to just absolutely plow through this place. Jay Shakura today, one of the hottest guys in fishing, and started out steady, and has just kept it going all day long. Maybe tapering a little bit in the last hour or two.
Justin Hamner, leading angler of the year coming in here, probably wants to keep Jay Shakura at least 45 points behind him going into the last year. You don't want him to be any closer than that.
He's dangerous.
But I got a feeling Jay is going to be in that grouping of anglers that will have a shot. And I could see someone, Tommy, maybe catching 90 pounds worth of smallmouth and someone catching 100 next week and winning Angler of the Year because of that. It's going to be such a big weight event and so close. We will see. But Shakura, man, he's on a hot streak, Tommy. Fifth at Murray, sixth at Wheeler, third at Smith, and then wins the Open most recently. I don't think this man can finish outside the top 10 if he tried right now.
Yeah, won that Open at St. Clair. He is a smallmouth master and been on display all day long with him. And how about Seth Feider? I mean, we talk about this guy having a win boxed in here. He's got 2 second-place finishes, other multiple good performances here. Why has he not had a win yet? And why is he not leading today? Because we have seen some great things.
It seems like every year, no matter how much he has it dialed in, Tommy, balancing the game plan and the draw of smallmouth fishing and largemouth fishing, it's almost like the run to tie. You can do that 2 or 3 days, but all 4 days, it's very hard to manage that run. For Feider, it's been hard. He's always had one day where it's not bad. It's just a little bit lower than his expectations because he chose to stay with smallmouth too long or largemouth too long. Today, catching that almost 6-pounder, maybe it is a 6-pounder, that will go a long way for his psyche the rest of this event, being able to now manage. Maybe today is his largemouth day. Tomorrow maybe can be another largemouth day, and then he'll go smallmouth fishing. We will see.
Be a good question. Can anyone make it pay largemouth for 4 days consecutively running more?
There were some guys. Mike Iaconelli was one who even said that I could see someone winning on all smallmouth or all largemouth or definitely having a 50-50 split in their bag like Schmidt did in 2021.
Let's get down to Iaconelli.
That's when you look at it like, yeah, you're going to get... Uh-oh. That's her. That's her. Stay on there. That's her. Oh, no. Don't get me back on the dock. No. This way, come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Oh God, that's her. Please. We did it. That's a 5 pound. Yeah! I don't know if you heard me say, but I looked at that dock and I said, that dock should have one on. That's the kind of dock that looks like it should have one on it. Dunk, Accent, General, all day long, down his throat, baby. Yeah! That's a 5 pounder! Yeah! Thank you, God. I'm a terrible person. I'm trying to be a better person. Thank you. I'm not a good dude. I'm a bad guy. Dude, would you look at that short and fat thing? That's a 5 pounder, bro. Ah! Straight up. Straight up, dude. Straight up. Straight up, dude. Oh, gosh. I mean, got one. Got a good one. Thank you for letting me borrow that one.
I'll give you one back. It'll only be 3.
Find this. There's one smaller smallmouth. This is a good bag, dude. What's that? I know. I almost felt like
too.
that.
Yeah, they were not watching. They heard the screams.
big ones.
Someone's dying.
911.
Someone is dying.
That's the next one to go, I think. Don't do it, do that. I'm doing a horrible job calling. I'm just nervous. I'm shaking like a freaking leaf right now, dude.
Is that
My
20
God, I'm
pounds?
shaking.
Yes.
It gotta be
Got
20
10.
pounds. Yeah. Wow.
Dude, Back to the Future.
Wow.
This is the small one now. I gotta find the pin for it though. Yeah, there it goes. Let me just triple check.
Wait, his small one is now the
my God.
big smallmouth he caught earlier? Is
Yeah.
that what he's saying? Wow.
Wow. Bro. Did that just happen? It sure did, didn't it?
Let's see. What's the next one to go?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, no, okay. He's got a large mouth that's smaller.
I feel like I should have got bit, and then you just went quiet.
Yeah, because see how it sticks out? You know? Let me call this fish before I get in trouble. I mean, legitimately, we're getting rid of 3 pounders, like they're nothing now, you know? And that's like a 3-2, and it's gone. It's gone.
Oh, a happy Ike makes everybody. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it has been
That's
such
like-
a
that's
long
the greatest
time.
show on earth when he is.
91st in points, Tommy, just an abysmal. And then last year, him being in the Classic before the Northern Swing, him being in the top 10 in points, and then missing the Classic. Just
This totally went from
good to have him back.
Let's go back to 2003 here. Let's talk about infectious excitement. Explosion of excitement.
Never give up!
That was 21 years ago. 2003 Bassmaster Classic, the new, the Louisiana Delta.
Ten-year-old Ronnie started to really fall in love with the sport, seeing this on TV after the event. I know as I got his book, he signed it later on. Just absolutely incredible. The people he's inspired since he became a pro.
Does he sound the same, Ronnie?
He does.
20 years later.
We did it. That's a 5 pound. Yeah! I don't know if you heard me say, but I looked at that dock and I said, that dock should have one on. That's the kind of dock that looks like it should have one on it. Dunk, Accent, General, all day long, down his throat, baby. Yeah! That's a 5 pounder! Yeah!
No doubt about it. His girls in Vegas have gotten that Is that your dad over there? Yeah.
He even folded in an apology to the man upstairs. Now, come on. I mean, that had it all. That had it all.
When that gets there, if he breaks 20 pounds, guys, that is his first 20-pound bag of the season. And we get to witness it on Bass Live. How cool.
Has been a tough season, although he's had 2 top 20 finishes during the course of this season here. Looks like he may be headed in that direction here, but it's early on. But hey, that was worth it right there. Mike Iaconelli at Champlain.
Discover the Dakota Lithium DL Plus 135 amp hour battery. With dual purpose 135 amp hour deep cycle